You wake up in the morning, stretch your arms, and get ready to start your day. But instead of reaching for your toothbrush, you just don't. Maybe you're too busy, maybe you forgot, or maybe you just decided brushing your teeth isn't worth the effort. What's the worst that could happen, right? Well, buckle up, because the journey your teeth are about to go on is anything but pretty. In fact, it's a one-way ticket to bad breath, pain, and some seriously terrifying consequences that you probably never even thought about. Did you know that nearly 3.5 billion people worldwide suffer from oral diseases? According to the World Health Organization, or WHO, almost 90% of adults will experience tooth decay at some point in their lives. That's a staggering number. But what if you stopped brushing your teeth altogether? Within just 24 hours, bacteria begins forming a sticky film over your teeth. Within 48 hours, plaque starts to harden, and in a few weeks, you could be facing full-blown gum disease. Neglecting your dental hygiene doesn't just affect your mouth. It can lead to heart disease, diabetes, and even cognitive decline. The consequences are far-reaching, and today we're going to explore exactly what happens when you stop brushing your teeth. So let's say you skip brushing for one day. No big deal, right? Your teeth feel a little fuzzy, but you don't really notice much. That fuzzy feeling is actually a layer of plaque, a sticky film of bacteria. It's like a little party on your teeth, except the guests are bacteria that love feeding on the leftover food in your mouth. These guys are tiny, but don't let their size fool you. They're multiplying by the second, and as they eat, they release acids. That acid? Oh, it's not just sitting there, it's actively eating away at the enamel of your teeth. Now, let's fast forward to a few days of not brushing. Your mouth has officially turned into a bacteria playground. That fresh morning breath? Gone. Instead, you're sporting breath that could probably knock someone out. And no, gum or mint won't save you. The smell is coming from the bacteria breaking down food and releasing sulfur compounds. It's like rotten eggs, but worse because it's coming from inside you. After a week of not brushing, things get real. That plaque that was once just a thin film, it's now thickening and hardening into something called tartar. Tartar is basically plaque that has decided to set up camp permanently. And here's the thing, you can't just brush tartar away. You need a dentist to scrape it off. And the longer it stays, the more trouble it causes. Your gums start to get inflamed, looking red and swollen. This is gingivitis, the first stage of gum disease. You might think, a little redness, no big deal. But here's a little secret most people don't know. Gingivitis can be completely reversible if caught early. If you ignore it though, it evolves into something far worse, periodontitis. That's when your gums start pulling away from your teeth, creating pockets where bacteria can hide. And those bacteria, they don't just stay in your mouth, they enter your bloodstream and can travel to your heart, lungs, and even your brain. Yes, you heard that right. Not brushing your teeth can actually increase your risk of heart disease, pneumonia, and even Alzheimer's. Now, let's talk about your teeth themselves. Without brushing, cavities start forming. The cavity isn't just a tiny hole in your tooth, it's a full-on attack. The bacteria eat through the enamel, then the dentin, which is the softer layer beneath, and if left untreated, they reach the nerve. That's when you feel real pain. A deep throbbing pain that no amount of painkillers can fully erase. And when the infection gets too bad, you'll need a root canal or even a full tooth extraction. If you keep up this no-brushing lifestyle for months or years, you'll start losing teeth. Your gums will recede so much that your teeth will become loose and eventually fall out. But wait, there's more. Have you ever seen someone with black teeth? That's not just a myth. It's called necrotizing periodontal disease. It happens when the infection gets so bad that it literally kills the tissues in your mouth. Your gums rot, your teeth turn black, and the smell, it's something you never want to experience. But here's something most people don't know. Not brushing your teeth doesn't just affect your mouth. It messes with your entire body. Scientists have found a shocking link between poor oral hygiene and serious health conditions. People with bad dental hygiene are more likely to suffer from diabetes, strokes, and even fertility issues. And that's right, if you ever plan on having kids, not brushing your teeth can actually reduce your chances of conceiving. And let's talk about your bones. Yes, your bones. If you let gum disease get out of control, it doesn't just attack your gums, it starts breaking down the jawbone itself. That means your face structure starts changing. Your jaw shrinks, your cheeks sink in, and suddenly you look much older than you actually are. And the worst part? Once bone is lost, it doesn't grow back. If all of this isn't terrifying enough, here's another fact that'll make you want to grab your toothbrush immediately. The bacteria in your mouth can travel to your brain. Scientists have found that the same bacteria linked to gum disease have been found in the brains of Alzheimer's patients. This means that skipping brushing your teeth might actually increase your risk of developing memory loss and cognitive decline later in life. And here's a fun but gross fact. Did you know that your mouth is home to over 700 different types of bacteria? Some of them are good, but many are just waiting for you to slip up so they can take over. And if you think that skipping brushing and just using mouthwash will save you, think again. Mouthwash can kill bacteria, sure, but it doesn't remove plaque or food particles. It's like spraying air freshener in a room full of garbage. It might mask the smell for a while, but the mess is still there. But let's say you're still not convinced. Maybe you think you're immune. Well, let's take a trip back in time. Before modern dentistry, people who didn't take care of their teeth suffered horribly. Historical records show that ancient civilizations had to deal with infections so bad they caused death. Back then, a simple toothache could be a death sentence because infections had nowhere to go but straight into the bloodstream. Even today, in places without proper dental care, people still die from untreated dental infections. And let's not forget about your smile. Your teeth are one of the first things people notice about you. If they're yellow, rotting, or falling out, people will judge, even if they don't say it out loud. Studies show that people with poor dental hygiene are less likely to get hired for jobs, less likely to be trusted, and even less likely to be considered attractive. That's right, your love life could take a serious hit just because you didn't feel like brushing. So, after all this, let us ask you, is skipping a 2-minute brushing routine really worth all these problems? The answer is pretty clear. The simple act of brushing your teeth twice a day is one of the easiest ways to keep your body healthy, your breath fresh, and your smile looking great. So go on, grab that toothbrush, put some toothpaste on it, and start scrubbing. Your future self will thank you. And hey, if you ever feel too lazy to brush, just remember, your teeth are the only bones in your body that you're supposed to clean on the outside. Might as well take care of them while you still can.